Hello, students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian, and I am broadcasting to you live from beautiful Budapest here in Central Europe. I hope everybody is having a great day so far. Hi, Seni Surani. Hi, Ro Chen. Hi, Tayinder Singh. Good to see many students already in the class. Today, everyone, we're doing IELTS Task 2 Writing, okay? This is the last part of your sit-down section for the exam. So first you'll do about an hour of listening, then an hour of reading, and you'll do 20 minutes of Task 1 Writing that we just had with the members in the previous class, and then you move on to Task 2. Okay, brain's getting a little bit exhausted. It's really important that you stay focused, stay energetic, continue with your critical thinking. Don't rush, don't jump around, don't get frustrated. Hi, Igul, good to see members in the class. All right, everyone. So, Task 2, writing for Band 9. Materials coming from aehelp.com for academic IELTS help. And for the general version, check us out at gieltshelp.com. That's general IELTShelp.com. You have those URLs here. The websites, they look like this, always reminding new students what to search for. This is our academic IELTS website. Click that red button to join our premium package with over 100 hours of video lessons, 6 original practice exams, fully interactive course, and much, much more. General IELTS, click that red button there. Hi, Preeti. Hi, Begzod. Good to see you in this class as well. All right, students, if you have questions about the IELTS or our products, please send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com. That's my name, Adrian at academicenglishhelp.com. Hi, Yuru. Good to see you in the class. You can get our books from Amazon, the books that we use in these classes. Just search for AE Helps Academic IELTS or GE Helps General IELTS, and you can find the digital or the carbon copy books for the exams. We have 6 exams, 2 books for each. Today we will start this Task 2 writing. Hopefully we'll get through the introduction and the planning stage, and then we will do the body paragraphs, conclusions in tomorrow's class. Here is the question for today. All right. Nidhi, good luck on your speaking test tomorrow. Don't be nervous. Just stay calm, okay? Nobody learns a lot of English in just one day, so you know what you know. Just go in there confident, okay? Show them that you can speak English. Stay calm, confident. That's my advice. All right, back to mark, back to point. IELTS Task 2 Writing. You should spend about 40 minutes on this task. Many people believe that financial management classes should be a part of every high school study, since this is a major part of adult life and many young adults are ill-prepared with this knowledge. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Include examples and explanations from your own experiences. You should write at least 250 words. Harpreet, if you want to contact me, send me an email, the email that I just showed. All right, here we go. So, every topic in the IELTS you should be able to write about, as long as you think clear, simple, collected. You know lots of information about it, believe me. Okay? Kezia, you will know about the topic. Just stay focused. Okay, students, so what's my first step here? So I get to this, you know, I'm a little bit exhausted. I've done a lot of listening, reading, Task 1 writing. So I focus in and I remember what I have to do. What do I have to do? What is my first step? Right away. And this is especially important because you're getting a little bit mentally exhausted from your listening, reading, task 1, it becomes even more important in the real test. Okay? So step 1, important because you are mentally getting tired from an hour of listening, hour of reading, 20 minutes task 1 writing. So you have to do this. You need to do this to make sure you do not write off topic. Okay? Roshni says, paraphrase the question to understand it deeply. Roshni, you are absolutely right. And Hung says, understand that question. Yeah, absolutely. 2 ways to do that. Paraphrase it, identify the topic and the controlling ideas. Yeah, so paraphrase the question. It means write it using your own words and identify the topic and controlling idea, or sometimes controlling ideas. All right, students, that's exactly what you need to do, okay? The paraphrasing can become a part of your essay, your introduction, and you definitely need to paraphrase it, okay? You definitely need to take a minute or 2 and paraphrase the question so you know that you are not off topic. Students, do that now. So rewrite this in your own words. Many people believe that financial management classes should be a part of every high school study, since this is a major part of adult life. Many young adults are ill-prepared with this knowledge. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? Think simple. Synonyms are the easiest way to start paraphrasing. So instead of classes, you can say courses, for example, right? So classes, courses, same idea. All right. Glad to see you as well, Mohammed Gad. I hope you're doing well. I know you've been in these classes for a long time in the past. All right. So waiting for those paraphrases, waiting to see how you can state this in your own words. I'm going to do the same. All right, I'm going to paraphrase this in my words and then we'll compare. A lot of individuals, it's another way to say many people, think that money management courses, right? Instead of financial management, money management. There's other ways to say management as well. Just do your best, okay? All right. Bagzod says, certain individuals ascertain that students should learn more about controlling their money in their secondary education, as this plays a fundamental role in mature life, and they often fail in this field. Bagzod, brilliant. I don't know if you're preparing these in advance, but if you're doing this real time, wow, hats off. That is a fantastic paraphrase. Absolutely top level, university level writing, Bagzod. Very in English. Very good. All right. Tikwi. Yeah, you can use a lot of. Of course, a lot of is just standard English, Tikwi. All right. Satisfying Time says a lot of individuals agree that financial management courses need to be included in the education system. Satisfying Times. Very good. All right. Begzod, top notch. Yeah, I'm not doubting you. Top notch. All right. A lot of individuals think that money management courses should be included in secondary studies, as this is key to later life, and many people are inept in this domain after graduation. All right. That's my paraphrase. So A lot of individuals think that money management courses should be included in secondary studies as this is key to later life, and many people are inept in this domain after graduation. All right. So inept means incapable. Okay, another way to say it is incapable, not able to do. All right. And I see a lot of other fantastic paraphrases coming up in the chat. So Cool Want says a number of individuals think that it is important to have courses related to money management in both secondary and tertiary academic levels. I said secondary, Cool Want. I don't think tertiary is in there. Tertiary would be university. Clearly we have that. I mean, you can go into economics. Here we're talking about secondary, right? So high school. We're focusing on high school. So careful, Cool Want, not to throw information in there that's not in the question, okay? This is clearly targeting high school or secondary studies, right? Primary studies, elementary school. Secondary studies, high school. Tertiary studies, college, and university. All right, so careful, Cool Want. Euro says, lots of individuals believe that monetary management needs to be incorporated into high school courses since this is a main aspect of adult life and many youngsters are ill-equipped with this skill. Very good, Euro. Very, very good. Okay. Amrit Pal says most citizens perceive that money management courses should be in high school curricula since it plays a huge role in later life and many are not prepared with this important skill. Amrit Paul, very close. Notice my corrections in real time there. Okay. Yeah, inept, Bagzod, means incapable. Okay. Inept. All right. Marasa, good to see you in class. Marasa says, certain individuals ascertain that financial subjects ought to be compulsory in high schools as it is a major part of people's lives. Conversely, some adults are not ready with these skills. Marasa, the conversely, there's a little bit awkward. People's lives, nevertheless, some adults are not bad. No, it's not an opposition, Marasa. It's a cause and effect. So because many adults are not ready with these skills, okay? So it's a cause and effect, Marasa, not an opposition. Okay, Igul, let's take one more. Igul says, it is believed that the school subject of finance should be mandatory in schools, in high schools, as humans know little about financial management after graduation. All right, Igul, pretty good, pretty good. A little bit of a correction there. All right, so what's the topic here, students? What is the topic? What are we talking about? Alvina, looks good. Okay, what are we talking about? Alvina, don't use will, okay? Stay in present tense, as this is helpful for future life. Students, be very careful with jumping to the future tense. Alvina, take out the will, okay? All right, Hung says it's financial management. Bagzod says making financial management mandatory. That's more of the controlling idea in this case, Bagzod. The topic here is fairly simple. So financial management courses. That's the clear topic here. Okay. Think about it this way, students. When you define the topic, okay, then you define it according to the what answer. So what are we talking about? Okay. Think about it this way. What specifically are we talking about? And then you realize the answer is financial management courses. So that's what we're specifically talking about. Okay. What's the controlling idea? So we're specifically talking about financial management courses. what's the controlling idea? Keep it simple. Let's see. Anybody coming up with it? Yeah, very good. Sevgi Rabia. Excellent. Sevgi, you have brilliant English. I always am pleased to see what you're putting up there. So Sevgi says whether financial management courses ought to be a part of high school. That's what we're talking about. Should it be a part of high school education? So we're talking about whether or not these courses should be a mandatory part of high school education. Yeah, okay. Very good. Yeah, absolutely. Good. So let's run through the what, why, how. So what is a finance course? So what is a finance course? Very simply, what is a finance course, students? Yep, Pachu, you're right. You've given me the same answer as Sevgi. It's fantastic. Anybody who gave this or thought this for the controlling idea, you're on the right track. So what is a finance course? So Preeti says budget management. Learning about controlling money is what Baghdad says. Absolutely. Managing money. Yeah, learning to manage money according to Sevgi. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we got to be careful here. Finance management course. Good on you students for seeing that. I love how now you notice that when you do the controlling idea and you think about the what, why, how and the topic what, why, how, you come up with some very good vocabulary. You don't have a lot of time in the official IELTS to do this on paper by any means. So you need to practice this at home so you can do this quickly during the exam. So controlling your budget. Budget is the amount of money that you can spend, okay? Learning about business, cash flow, right? Loans and interests, right? That's a big one. I don't think anybody has thought about that. So learning about loans and interests or economics, micro, macroeconomics, right? Now, obviously, in high school, it would be a very general course. So you would kind of get an idea of all of these profits, losses, etc., etc. Yeah, absolutely, Sundar. Good. So learning about managing money, controlling budget, cash flow, why, business loans, interest. Why do we learn about it? So why learn finance management? So good. So we know what a financial management course is, right? Managing money, controlling budget, cash flow, loans and interest, micro macroeconomics. Why learn about it? Why would we want to study about money? What's the reason? Begzad says because people overspend money. Yeah. Dinesh says to improve our living standards. Very smart, Dinesh. Yeah. Money is a tool that we use for life, and it can either enhance our quality of life or we can have a low quality of life if we use it inappropriately, right? So, why learn financial management? So people can use money well and thereby improve their quality of life. That's the end goal, right? So that is the ultimate goal of learning financial management. I think most people would agree. That's why we do it. Kezia says to better face challenges. Yeah, absolutely. And allocations, right? Uses of money. Okay, how? What would be an example of it? So how does that work? How does a financial management class help with this? Okay, there's some really good answers there. So how does it help? Prashant, please stop writing SOP. Otherwise, I'll have to knock you out of the chat. Don't want to do that. All right. So how does it do it? How can we achieve this condition of living a better life and meeting these challenges better? What is an example of this? Okay, very good. Pachu says, well, we can learn how to create balance sheets. Sure. Hassan says, cut daily expenses on unnecessary luxuries or entertainment like snacks. Yeah. Unnecessary junk food. You'll be healthier even. Sure. Okay. What else? Learn how to make a budget. Follow those rules. Dinesh says, just stop partying. It's very expensive. Absolutely. Managing taxes. It's a very good one, Kezia. I mean, if for nothing else, Kezia R says, well, so many people, they're scared of taxes, right? Igul says, look for sales, or good Igul, or look for good investments, right? So managing taxes, looking for quality investments, knowing how to calculate interest rates. Okay, so all of those are all really good answers to the how question. Okay, so then we look at the controlling idea. Okay. We'll move a little bit faster here because I think it's quite clear. So what is mandatory in high school? You don't need to answer this, students. It's very simple. I know you know the answer. It means 3 classes each week for at least 1 hour for grade 11 and 12 students about financial management. Okay, the more important question, so I know you know the why, that's very clear, right? I know you know, or sorry, I know you know the what, that's very clear. So what is mandatory financial management classes in high school? Well, it means they have 3 classes each week for at least 1 hour in grade 11, grade 12, and they have these financial management classes. Fine. Okay, the why question is very important. So why have these classes for grade 12 students? That's the important question here to think about before you write your essay. Okay, now again, students, when you're practicing this at home, you can become very quick. So controlling idea, financial management classes, what, why, how. Controlling idea, in high school, or sorry, that first one was topic. Second one, controlling idea. Why mandatory in high school? What, why, how? Answer each one quickly in your head. Boom, you have your thesis. Okay. In the official exam, this all happens in your head, and it only takes a minute. All right. So why would we do it in high school? Why make this mandatory in high school? Dinesh says to have awareness about money in the young person's mind. Osselfix says the earlier people learn, the more practice they get and the better they become at managing their money. Notice Osselix, how I took out all of those U's and replaced it with theirs. Okay. Satisfying Time says because they are mature enough to understand how to value money. Sure, that's a good one. Yeah. Lanthiu says They're almost grown up and need to be financially independent. Very good, Lanthew. Okay, that's a brilliant answer. That's the one we're going to take first. So they are very close to becoming financially independent for the most part, and earners in society. Why else? There's a couple other, I think, really good answers to this that would make your essay very strong if you think about it. Let me see. There's a lot of answers coming up, so sorry if I missed yours. Navuluri says because they're going to face the real world after secondary education. Absolutely. Okay, because they become responsible and mature to know about money management. All right. What happens after high school? There's a couple of interesting ones. Okay. Okay, here's I'm looking for one that's along these lines. This is what I would include. So when students graduate high school, they become easy targets. If they don't know about money, they become easy targets for financial traps like credit cards, student loans, okay, or first car purchase. Wasting money on expensive partying habits, drinks and beers, right? There is a really, really dangerous kind of situation there when students come out of high school. Again, visualize it, picture the situation. Okay, so how teach them about budgets, interests, taxes, investments, just what we said in the previous part. So to what extent do we agree, disagree? And the thesis. These are our next two steps. So just to really quickly recap, students, just to really quickly recap here. So what is financial management? Learning, or a course, learning to manage money, controlling budget, cash flow, loans, interests. Why? So people can use money well, improve their quality of life, to know how to face challenges and how to use their money. How does it work? Well, learning to create balance sheets, knowing how to reduce expenses, knowing where to cut costs like expensive junk food or partying, managing taxes, looking for high quality investments, knowing how to calculate interest rates. Okay, so all of those. All right. Why have these classes for grade 12 students? They're very close to becoming financially independent and earners, contributors, financial contributors in society. They're easy targets for financial traps like first car purchase, credit cards, student loans after graduation, right? How? Well, teach them about such concepts, about budgets, interests, okay? So to what extent do we agree? Okay. So Lanthew says, I completely agree. Okay, that's why I chose this question, students, because this is one of those ones where I think the answer is fairly obvious. I think most of us would say, yeah, in today's economic world where wars are no longer fought with guns, but they're fought with dollars and bills, absolutely. Okay, completely agree, strongly agree, totally agree, entirely agree. I think all of these, Preeti, Farhan, Tayinder, are accurate ways to respond to this question. So completely agree with this statement. Okay, so now we need to create the thesis. So why 2 points. Okay, and now you write your thesis. So students, write your thesis. This is the most important sentence in your essay. It's your argument sentence, your thesis. Okay, please write your thesis. So totally agree. I think for this concept is very accurate. Your points should be coming from these answers here. So why have these classes for grade 12 students? That's where your thesis should come from. Okay? So please create your thesis sentence. Paul, yeah, absolutely. So when you completely agree, then you need to support it with why you completely agree and give it 2 points. Okay? Moonlight S. Don't worry too much about informal or formal. There's only a couple words, Moonlight, that people overuse that are informal, like huge, for example. It's not going to be the deal breaker in your overall IELTS band score. Okay, if you use a couple words that are informal, but you have a really good essay, you'll still get a very, very good band score. I think people worry too much about the idea of formal, informal. It's not the deal breaker. The deal breakers are coherence mistakes, going off topic, and grammatical mistakes that make your essays confusing, or poor structure. Okay, Moonlight, that's the bigger problems. Don't worry so much about formal, informal. All right. I see some thesis statements coming up. Tyender Singh says, I entirely agree with the given notion because it helps to lead a prosperous and stress-free life. Okay, Tyender, those 2 points are not distinctly unique. So prosperous life and stress-free life, that's just 1 point. Those two are kind of the same idea. Okay, Tyender, don't forget about the controlling idea of high school students. You need to reflect that in your thesis, okay? Satisfying Time says, financial management is not only an important course, but also it's an obligation in high school to protect students from future robbers from all kinds. Okay, Satisfying Times, just the end there is kind of weird. The beginning is very good. So let me help you out, Satisfying Times. Let me move you from a band 5 to a band 9 here. Financial management is an important course for high school to prepare students for the next stage in life and protect them from financial vulnerability. That would be your thesis, Satisfying Times. And then it's very, very good. Okay? All right. If you have some questions that I can't get to, students, you can just send them to me by email as well. Right now we're focusing on the thesis statement. Pachu Yadav says, I strongly agree with this statement. In my opinion, financial management should be compulsory because it helps to understand money management and avoid being easy targets for finance. Something like that, Pachu. The second point we need to work on a little bit to make it grammatically parallel. But Pachu, otherwise it's a very good essay. It's still a very strong band 7, 7.5, Pachu. So good job, all right? Ferdov says, financial management is not only important for students, but also for the government and the whole economy. Ferdovs, oh, that's off topic, okay? We're not talking about the whole economy. I kind of get where you're going with it, but I think you're overgeneralizing. Stick to high school students and why it's important for them as opposed to branching out to the whole economy. It's a tough argument to make, okay? Careful not to let the topic kind of swim away from you, okay? Begzad says, I completely agree that new graduates from secondary education can not only be protected from financial traps, but also become financially independent with these kinds of courses. Okay, Baghdad, close, all right, very close. All right, students, I'll write up a sample thesis and then we'll get going on the introductory paragraph. So I completely agree that finance management courses should be mandatory for high school or secondary students, as this prepares them for financial independence and pitfalls. All right. There we go. So I completely agree that finance management courses should be mandatory for secondary students, as this prepares them for financial independence and financial pitfalls. Okay. I would probably write about pitfalls first. So I'm going to reverse the order here. Pitfalls here means dangers, okay? Pitfalls. I've actually seen that word used in the official IELTS exam. Thinking back, I think it's in Cambridge Book 5. This is a pit, okay? And let's say there are some spikes here in the pit. Here's a person. Whoa, fall into the pit. Oh no, they just got skewed and they're no longer alive. Little X's for eyes. So we have an expression in English called pitfall. Pitfall means danger. Okay, pitfalls are dangers. Okay, this is a pit. This is a fall. And we have this interesting word in English called pitfall. Okay, means traps that result in damage, injury, harm to the person. Okay? Well, that's a pitfall. It's a noun. All right? Okay. So, that is my thesis statement. Now I have a thesis statement. This is my body 1. This is my body 2. I'm ready to write the introduction. Okay, let's get going on the introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph has 3 parts: hook, plus background, plus thesis. Okay, let's start with the hook. Students, write a good hook for me, please. Okay. The hook should include the topic. Okay, should include the topic. Okay. Marasa, that's a good thesis. Okay. Tainder, in this materialistic world, to flood oneself with happiness, money plays a pivotal role. All right, Tainder, too general. Okay, it's too general. The IELTS task 2 is only 250 words, so you need it more focused. You need to focus more. We're talking about financial management classes. We're talking about high school students. Try to target that more with your hook. Okay? Sevgi says, financial management is a vital skill. Yeah, Sevgi, sure, why not? We could do that. Financial management is a vital skill. It's a good hook. All right, that works. Dinesh, a hook is a very simple sentence that catches your reader, targets the topic, and gets you focused on the information. Okay? Preeti says financial management can be the backbone for success in students' later life. Preeti, notice a little bit of correction there, but very important. Financial management can be the backbone for success in a student's later life. Okay? It's opinionated, but it works. All right? Bagzad says nowadays money management has become more difficult for students in the past 2 decades, right? Sure, that works. Roshni says, Kunte, nowadays, financial management courses are required in high school to encourage knowledge. Roshni, I think that's not true according to this question, and it's not true yet according to real life. So careful not to make a false statement with your hook. Okay, this is my hook here. Keep it simple, right? Just like what we said. Don't forget your what, why, how, your critical thinking from the previous part, from the topic and the controlling idea, right? When you're thinking about your hook, students, you can often think about the why for the topic, okay? So remember here the topic. Okay. Here's the topic. So we said, why learn financial management? So people can use money well and thereby improve their quality of life to better face financial challenges. So the why answer in your critical thinking, when you're thinking about the topic, financial management, that can help you to establish a good hook. Does that make sense? Is that clear for everyone? Okay, so again, if you're thinking about what should be my hook, think about the answer to the why question for your topic. Okay, that's what I just did. I kept it simple, right? So why learn financial management? So we can use money well and have a higher quality of life. I just took that and rolled it into a hook. Okay? Effective financial management can lead to a prosperous life. Prosperous life means a good quality life, an effective, good quality life. Okay, great. So now I write the background. Okay? The background is key definitions and importance. Okay, now here my hook is kind of the importance, but I can elaborate. If my hook includes the importance, I might not need to repeat that, but I should look at the key definitions, okay? So the background includes key definitions. Key definitions means, what are we actually talking about? Okay, what are we actually talking about? So what part of our planning helps us with the background? So in the planning stage, in the critical thinking stage, the what, why, how for topic, controlling idea, there's a part there that will help us with the key definitions. What is it? Okay. For those of you who are joining late, the question is in the stream description. Okay. Yeah, Amarjeet, that's a good hook. Money management education is necessary for every person these days. Sure, that works. Yeah. Okay. Tamim, you couldn't comment in the last class because that was set for members chat. You have to be a channel member. So notice all of the people that have their names in green, only those people can comment in members chat classes. Okay? So what part of the planning? Well, when we look at what is, right, that is the definition. So what is it is the definition. So if we look at what is finance management courses, learning about managing money, controlling budgets, cash flow, business, loan and interest, that's the definition. So the what is the definition for the background, okay? So if you think about the topic definition, think about the topic what question. Does that make sense? So one way to look at it, students, and I don't think I've explained it to you this way, but it will make a lot of sense, is the hook is often the topic why. Okay, and the background is the topic what. And sometimes the how. Okay. Yeah, Igul, very good. You caught that how. I love it. That's great. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you think about the topic why for the hook and the topic what and how for the background, you'll be on the right track. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. Now Mohammed God gets it. So Mohammed, a little bit of grammatical mistake, but the information is okay. So write the background. Okay. So now we write the background. So money management courses educate individuals on budgeting, investing, and taxes. This information is vital in making appropriate choices for success in adulthood. Okay, so that would be my definitions and my importance. So again, so far, my introductory paragraph is effective financial management can lead to a prosperous life. These courses educate, so I don't need to repeat money management here. I can use a pronoun, so I don't have so much redundancy. These courses educate individuals on budgeting, investing, and taxes. This information is vital in making appropriate choices for success in adulthood. Now, all I do is I grab my thesis, I tack it to the end of this introduction, and there I have my Band 9 introduction. Okay, so then comes my thesis, and I have a Band 9 introduction to the essay. Okay. Love Panu for the background says, in general, financial management means to provide knowledge to pupils about how to allocate funds and invest money. Yeah, laugh, sure, that works. Bagzod says, with learning to control money properly, grade 11 and 12 students of schools can invest, budget, and even pay taxes without failure. Very good, Bagzod. I love your quantitative language of grade 11 and 12. Works great. This is the key to a successful, mature life. Very good, Bagzod. Yeah, very, very close to what I just wrote. We're on the same page. Perfect. For Dobbs says, financial management teaches students how to effectively control budget, loans, and taxes. As well, it gives the pathway for success. So instead of privilege for Dobbs, I would say pathway. Pathway for success. Okay. Tamim, to become a member of the channel, you should see a join button beside the subscribe button. If you don't, send me an email and I'll let you know how you can become a member. Okay. All right, students. So here is our introduction. Okay. Here we go. Again, remember, hook, background, thesis. Go through it with me. Effective financial management can lead to a prosperous life. These courses educate individuals on budgeting, investing, and taxes. This information is vital in making appropriate choices for success in adulthood. I completely agree that finance management courses should be mandatory for secondary students, as this prepares them for financial pitfalls and independence. Boom, there you go. Band 9, Body 1, Body 2, those parts and the conclusion coming up in tomorrow's class at the same time. So tomorrow we will finish this essay with body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and the conclusion. I hope you've picked up some great tips and strategies about how to plan an essay, how to write a Band 9 introduction. And again, I know these steps take time. That's why you have to practice them at home. So in the real IELTS, you can do most of these quickly in your head. So you're just focusing on writing. Okay, your focus is on writing. All right. So Dinesh, yes, just the introduction so far. Body paragraphs we'll look at tomorrow with the conclusion. Everyone, thank you for contributing. Being confident and writing and using your English is absolutely key to success. I look forward to our class tomorrow. If you have questions about our products or the exam, send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com. Make sure to join our websites for lots of strategies, sample essays, editing, writing help, video classes, over 100 hours on how to do the best that you can with your next exam. aehelp.com for academic, gieltshelp.com for general. The websites look like this. This is the general. Click that red button to join. This is the academic. Click that red button to join us there. Thank you so much for watching, for learning. Remember, your brains are beautiful, powerful supercomputers capable of much, much more than we can even imagine. Have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.